So I'm on the PTS testing this Merlin patch, right? It's pretty interesting. We'll go through some stuff, but I wanted to start with Susano because there's some undocumented stuff, and then we'll go into the core stuff. So Susano's 3 now double procs Hydras, right? So if you 3 Hydras procs, you auto, you 3 again, it procs again. So 1-3 late game does 60, you know, if you get your auto attack cancels, which is key on Susano, you get 60% of their health, 65% of their health gone, which is crazy. Another not talked about change is Bumba's golden dagger. The Bumba's spear is now an attack speed item rather than a cooldown item. So at the base always had just health on it. Then it had 20% cooldown. Now it has 25% attack speed, and the base has 10% attack speed. Plus, your basic attacks are dealing the bonus damage, 15% bonus damage to all jungle monsters. I want to say that wasn't the same, which makes this an insane starter item for auto attack junglers as they come out or as you play them, like Nemesis. If you play certain aspect, there's a lot of potential there. Like a lot of potential there. The other thing that I was interested by, we tried to get a game in, by the way. I didn't just want to do practice. We were trying to play a match, but people kept crashing and there were issues, so I didn't want to mess with it. But I was gonna run Merlin aspect and when I loaded in, I learned something, which is pretty funny. Well, maybe not funny, something I just guess I overlooked. So leveling abilities with Merlin aspect on is weird, right? So if you have aspect on, you don't know what the aspect does, you get random abilities every time you ult swap. So I ult change, I have Void 1, Fire 2, Frost Flicker, right? Well, Flicker. If I level one of these, say I level Dragonfire, right? Now this is my ability. That didn't level all 2s. Okay, it's not supposed to level all 2s. So it's bugged in practice. That's unfortunate. So the way it works when I was in a real game was I would only have the Dragon Fire 2 unlocked. So I wouldn't have had Void 2. Like it would be like this. You could have no abilities essentially if you stance swap into the wrong stance, which is crazy. So you swap, realistically I wouldn't have the Void yet. I'd have to level this up, which means over the course of your first 10 levels, realistically, I mean, even up to like level, you know, anything, because you could random and you could never see an ability essentially, or never match up having a leveling point with the ability, and you have to hold the leveling point, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy. I think this will be OP if you get to level 20, but your early game could be complete trash. You might be playing this guy to get to like level 10 and have all your abilities unlocked before you even try to actually play the game. I was looking at a build something like Sands of Time, because you really want cooldown on this god. I was looking at Chronos Pendant. I think Necro is the best mage item in the game. I think there's no reason not to go this item. If anyone is wondering why, I could explain it, but yeah, I really don't think there's a reason not to. Probably wouldn't go this order. I'd probably go Spear of Deso, Rod. I think you have to have World Stone, and then your last item could be more Pen, or like a Soul Reaver if you want more damage, or even like a Poly if you're looking for those bonus autos. But a build like this, your ult swap is on a 6-second cooldown. 6-second cooldown. So you can throw your abilities, stance swap, right? Throw your abilities, you know, move around a little bit, use a Blakey, whatever. Then you've got another stance swap. And you could throw this out. Oh, bow, throw that too. Oh, stance swap. Your ability spam is infinitely higher with this aspect. Like I said, there is crazy amounts of RNG. I think this will be very fun for casual modes and very difficult, but have crazy rewards if you get away with it in a real lobby, in a conquest setting, right? Like in a good lobby. The other thing they added was Yemoja aspect, which turns her into like a mage. It's not like a full-blown mage, but it's essentially a mage. So we want to turn on the aspect. The aspect makes it so your 2 no longer heals teammates and instead bounces around and does damage. So we'll put out Loki bot. Anyone not doing testing on the totems, by the way, they have no prots unless you add it to them. So when you see crazy numbers, that's why. So I like to put out real gods that'll actually have, you know, stats and defense. So your 2 bounces and does damage, right? So I'll put 3 of these here. Easy, boom, 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 boom. Each jump gives you intelligence. Apparently they changed it before they said anything, where you can 2-1 god, and it's supposed to bounce. It's not working. So I guess it's coming soon, where if you 2-1 god, it'll bounce, or if there's like 2 gods next to each other, it can bounce multiple times. So it'll be like boom, 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 boom. I think it hit them twice. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Or if it's just 1 god, it'll be boom, boom. So you're automatically gonna get 2 stacks of the int. It's giving you 30 int, I think, at max stacks. My whole thing with this combo is one-shotting somebody actually feels harder than without the aspect. Like without the aspect, I feel like one-shotting somebody is so easy with the stun lock. However, with this in team fights, you will be able to do just ridiculous harass gameplay, right? I don't know if you'll be playing this in the mid lane. I'm sure you can do anything, right? You get away with anything, but we'll level it as if we're playing mid lane. So I believe I would still go Necro. I would go Chronos Pendant, Spear, boom. Probably I'm thinking Gem of Focus, but at the same time you really just want a lot of cooldown, which also could be like a Cosmic, or the Totem of Death should be kind of crazy. Or even that's what it was, Mirrodin. Have to mess with Mirrodin. So let's do this, and I'll go, I don't know, I'll go another cooldown on him just because you're gonna be trying to spam. So if you 2-1 god, it'll bounce, right? So in a team fight, that's a lot of damage. Like, let's be real, that's a lot of damage. And I'm wondering how many times can it bounce? 5 times? Wow, it can't bounce anymore, right? Okay, so 6 is max bounces. That should mean that when they change it, or when this goes live, so like I said, they said they changed the aspect to bounce the same god twice. It should bounce 1 more time. So if you have 5 gods, it's gonna bounce 6 times. Let me kill this guy. Alright, he's dead. So it should bounce 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is what it should be doing. And then your 1 in this Moonstrike form, which is the old stun, doesn't stun anymore, but it does bonus damage. It's higher scaling. So you see decent numbers. I mean, this is full build. I really don't believe it's anything crazy in terms of one-shotting, but your team fight harassment is going to be crazy, because you're basically, if you can get a good combo off. You're gonna 2, get a 1-1 alt. You can pop this. You can 2 again. Like the AOE damage, it's the ramp up of damage that you're doing. It's not the burst of damage. So it's how many people you're hitting, and their health is just slowly dwindling down. I'm excited to see how this plays out in team fights and in real games. I don't know how well she'll do in terms of replacing a true mage or like a burst mage, especially with full builds, because early game, I imagine you're doing like no damage. That's just how it feels. And then if you didn't see, I covered in the video yesterday, Vamp Shroud is new. So it's just like old Vamp Shroud. You hit anything or hit gods, you heal. I didn't process this though, because if you think about like Death Toll in the lane is really good for Amma, Bellona, a lot of gods. This item on some sustainy hybrid gods like Chalk, Merlin, Mordred, I think this will be crazy on. Is gonna have a lot of potential, like devastating potential. I'm kind of interested in how much control those gods will have in the lane now. And then the other items they added, Rune Forge. I tested this on Hercules, a couple other gods. The passive seems okay. It ends up being like 140 burst damage every 40 seconds. So not really a lot, but the base stats are crazy to me. Like 400 health and 5 regen is insanely good early for a first item. And then you add 40 strength on top of it. This item just seems busted. I imagine everybody's probably going to build this as a first item, and regardless of the passive, but we'll see. Maybe the passive is just not worth, and there's some other item, but it's like a Yogi's with a little bit less sustain but more damage. They also added in, what was the other item? Oh yeah, they were defense items. They added in, sorry, trying to find it. On Chile. Not sure how this is gonna play out. It really seems like a support item who's dying to ADCs, or if they have multiple ADCs, it's an item you would go to die less, die slower. I'm not sold on that being meta in all the builds. I just really don't see it. And then, like I said, the Bumba starter. This has attack speed on it. The upgrade has 25% attack speed on it. I like this. I mean, it seems really, really good. Like, they're basically trying to shift. So the problem was, I get this question a lot. Which starter do I go as a jungler, right? Well, the thing was, if you auto attack canceled, Bumba's hammer was better. If you just spammed abilities and didn't auto in between, then Bumba's spear was better. But now, if you want cooldown, you're going Bumba's hammer. And if you want attack speed, you're going Bumba's spear. They kind of made it more direct. So Golden Dagger has the attack speed now. I would use this on certain aspect in the jungle. It's like, you see how, like, you definitely hit hard and you clear pretty quick. You clear really quick with someone like CERN. So this is definitely going to be value in the long run. And then if you were to go a full build, I'm trying to see, whoops. I want to see exactly what my stats would look like now, because we haven't played with the attack speed starter in a very, very long time. So let's see. So let's say we upgrade this. Our full build, I was going cooldown on a god like this, but let's just say we're going for an attack speed build of some kind. Let's just do some crazy stuff. Let's do this. Instead of, I'm just gonna go an auto attack build instead of like an actual crit builds. And then, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That extra 25% attack speed is insanely apparent. Like, I don't have a crazy attack speed right now, right? Like, it's only 3. But wow. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 autos, and I'm autoing 3 times a second. So if you were to, you can kill them before they get out of cripple. You can kill them before they're out of cripple. So if you do a blink, okay, I'm not in there. So we just pop this, blink. You will kill somebody so fast. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. That is very, very exciting. So you do 15% bonus physical damage to all enemies with auto attacks. Oh, wait, it's within 2 meters of the target. So it is still AoE. You are still AoE. So, is that close enough? I mean, I'm already leaving because I'm CERN, but that's crazy. The potential in a group setting on a god like this. It's exciting. I like that they're finally getting into testing this stuff, and like adding little things like the Susano 3. So this is what's on the BTS. I think, like, my opinion is the Yemoja aspect is fun and has some potential, but probably isn't OP. But I could be wrong, because if you end a team fight and it's just too much damage to handle, it's hard to tell without actually playing conquest matches. The Merlin aspect seems like a lot of fun. Seems OP once you're full build. The rest of the game just seems super risky. But you're probably going to get away with it if you're playing for the farm. The problem is playing for late game, not always ideal in ranked games. Like, just playing the farm is not ideal. So hopefully you guys like this little breakdown. I was trying to play games. I was in a party with Bobby. Someone crashed, couldn't get back in. Someone else crashed, couldn't get back in. So we gave up on that. Unfortunate. But this patch will hit on Monday. I don't know what day that is. Today's Tuesday. So you got a couple days, 6 days from now. That's when it'll hit. And I'm excited. They also changed some movement stuff. I didn't talk about that, or I didn't mention it. They mentioned it in the Titan Talk, and we covered it. But apparently some stuff went live today. Didn't get a chance to feel it, because I couldn't get in a real game. But apparently something went live. I don't know what it was. They didn't specify. So you might feel the game might feel better, which is cool.